Now, this makes absolutely no sense. And when you watch it, you're going to have to contain your anger and frustration, trust me. Before Elon Musk and Donald Trump actually had the conversation on X, the left was in full panic mode. And after, they're in more panic mode.
Elon Musk is slated to interview Donald Trump tonight on X. I don't know if the president is going to tune in. Feel free to say if he is or not. But I think that misinformation on Twitter is not just a campaign issue. It's a America issue. What role does the White House or the president have in sort of stopping that, or stopping the spread of that, or sort of intervening in that? Some of that was about campaign misinformation, but it's a wider thing, right?
Yeah, no, and you've heard us talk about this many times from here, about the responsibilities that social media platforms have when it comes to misinformation, disinformation. Don't have anything to read out from here about specific ways that we're working on it, but we believe that they have the responsibility. These are private companies, so we're also mindful of that too. But look, it is. I think it is incredibly important to call that out as you're doing. I just don't have any specifics on what we have been doing internally as it relates to the interviews. Not something that I'm tracking, and I'm sure the president's not tracking it either.
What's crazy is you hear the left always refer to Twitter as disinformation and misinformation. And don't get it twisted. There's still people out there who's spreading lies and all that. But he's dedicated his whole career, low-key, to just being a champion of free speech. And they hate that. Oh, my God. Y'all seen the Twitter files? How can y'all try to stop? Y'all couldn't stop what's coming, man. Elon Musk, Donald Trump, this is necessary. And what my frustration is they go through great lengths to make sure that information is being proved to be true with the community notes. Yeah, they can be annoying and this, that, and the third, but they can also be very, very helpful. So it's funny to me how they try to make it seem like he's trying to purposely spread misinformation when we know he's actively working hard to make sure that accurate information is being presented. Man, the meltdown over the next few days from the result of this is about to go crazy. The truth was spread last night. Somebody said, why does a journalist whose job is to ask questions and report news think that he should encourage one political party to silence another? The term misinformation is a delivery vehicle for the wholesale destruction of free speech. Don't fall for it. Wow, he said that way better than I ever could. You so right. I think that anybody who's trying to be a champion for free speech is going to be, attacked. I don't know, man. I wonder if he forgot that the media is full of BS. I got to tell you about something that's been frustrating me for a while, and I know it's getting at you too. It's these spam calls and these spam text messages. About 3 o'clock in the morning, I get a text message saying my bank account has been compromised. Of course, I'm waking up out of my sleep. Barely can realize reality. And I'm panicking until I woke up and realized, oh, it's one of them. Recently, Ticketmaster was hacked and the data of 500 million users was put up on the dark web. That data includes full names, full addresses, email addresses, credit card info, phone numbers, and everything in between. In that case, we would pray we get some more spam, but at worst, it's gonna turn to fraud, and we don't want that. These businesses are happy to collect from you, but they ain't trying to protect you, okay? That's why I use Aura.com, the sponsor of today's video. You see, Aura alerts me when my data has been part of a data breach or leaked on the dark web. It gives me fast fraud alerts if anyone tries to use that data to access my credit card or bank accounts, and it removes my information from data broker websites, so I get less spam. And you get some of the dopest features like a VPN, transaction monitoring, you get password manager, parental controls, identity theft insurance, and it's all in one affordable app. That's why I just kind of lay back and relax a little bit, because I know if my data was compromised in any sort of way, I have Aura that's always on, and I ain't tripping because they always on. And Aura's always doing the hard work and keeping me safe. Not only myself, I'm not gonna leave my family vulnerable to any more data breaches, and you don't want to do that either. So visit aura.com/kingdomreacts and you can get 2 weeks for free. The link is in the description below. I can't wait to see you there. I don't know, y'all. I have no clue. But anyhow, we moving on. We got CNN panicking. On full panic mode this morning after last night massively successful interview with Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Now, we will be getting into some clips from that. It's 2 hours. It's a long interview, so we ain't going to get to all of it, but we're going to talk about a couple clips that I enjoyed. And yeah, man, let's dive into it.
Began with 40 minutes of silence and then a bropocalypse of politics. No matter how you frame it or what caused the glitch, what was finally said between Donald Trump and Elon Musk at last night's Big X event can largely be defined as a rant filled with familiar lies and lines of attack.
Kamala wouldn't have this conversation. She can't because she's not smart. She's not a smart person. She is a radical left San Francisco liberal, and now she's trying to protect. Now she's looking like she wants to be more Trump than Trump, if that's possible. I don't think it's possible, but she wants to be more Trump than Trump. She's terrible, but she's getting a free ride.
All right, but did it do what it was designed to do, which was to put the brakes on Harris's momentum?
I watched that like, the shade. The shade. Listen, I'm going to tell you, man, whether you're left or you're on the right, whether you're in the middle, be very afraid of somebody who's telling you to avoid a conversation with somebody. Be very afraid. Okay? And they won't even tell you why. Or if they do tell you why, they're not gonna give you anything specific that was done to them. They're gonna just, he's this and he's that. Stay away from people. But I gotta tell y'all, I'm enjoying watching CNN cry like this. Oh my God. They over there like, oh my God, you over there spreading misinformation and lies and la 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 la. Y'all just literally didn't play anything that would be considered a lie. If anything, you just played the man giving his opinion of Kamala Harris. That was it. Let's read some of these comments. CNN has been written off the books by Warner Bros. CNN is worthless. Somebody said MSM has lost its stranglehold on. Harris needs writers. Trump does not. Hey, man, Harris doesn't have any momentum. She got AI fake ass people. Yeah, because what... Okay, I know she's getting momentum. I know that I'm a Trump supporter, but I won't be naive to think that the people who strongly dislike Trump won't rally behind Kamala Harris as a result of their hatred for Trump. So much intensively negative propaganda pouring out of the bought and paid for fake corporate news media in response to the Elon Musk interview of Donald Trump. They are in full crisis mode. Yes. And why? Just because two people sat down and had the conversation in America? Anyhow, let's dive into a bit of this interview.
On the path to prosperity, and I think Kamala is the opposite. Then that's my honest opinion. I'm gonna get attacked like crazy. I've also experienced quite a bit of lawfare myself. But I'm just trying to tell people my honest opinion. And I haven't been really active in politics before. And I'm just trying to point out that my track record historically has been moderate, if not moderate, slightly left. So this is to people out there who are in the moderate camp to say, I think you should support Donald Trump for president. And I think it's actually a very important junction in the road, and we're in deep trouble if it goes the other way.
Well, I want to thank you.
So now we're finding the purpose. We're getting, merit to the situation. Obviously, they wanted to come and have a conversation. But in addition to that, they wanted to give people whom are on the fences about Donald Trump an opportunity just to hear the human side of him. Now, this was a part of the interview that I thought was very interesting. Elon Musk explaining his transition from supporting Obama to now supporting President Trump. Wow. Here's my favorite African American explaining his journey.
If you look at my record, I've actually been. I'm not like some they try to paint me as like a far right guy, which is absurd because I'm like making electric vehicles and solar and batteries, helping with the environment, and I actually I supported Obama. I stood in line for 6 hours to shake Obama's hand when he was running for president, and. So it's not like I'm like some sort of dyed-in-the-wool long-term Republican. I call myself, historically a moderate Democrat, but now I feel like we're really at a critical juncture for the country, I think a lot of people thought the Biden administration would be a moderate administration, but it's not, and obviously, we're just going to see an even further left administration with Kamala. That's my honest opinion. I mean, her dad is literally. I mean, she was brought up as an actual. Her dad is a Marxist economist. You can Google it. I mean, it's not a. We're not making this up. That's how she was brought up. So, and we want to have a future that is prosperous. And I think we're just at this critical juncture. And I think this is a case of the America is going to at a fork in the road, and
True.
And I think it will take if the path to, like you are the path to prosperity, and I think Kamala is the opposite. Then that's my honest opinion. I'm gonna get attacked like crazy, and I've also experienced quite a bit of lawfare myself, but I'm just trying to tell people my honest opinion, and I haven't been really active in politics before. And I'm just trying to point out that my track record historically has been moderate, if not moderate, slightly left. And so this is to people out there who are in the moderate camp to say, I think you should support Donald Trump for president. And I think it's actually a very important junction in the road, and we're in deep trouble if it goes the other way.
Now, obviously, that was an extended clip from the first clip that I showed you guys, but he gave a little bit more detail as to, who he is and his political background. But that this interview wouldn't have been right. We already know he's going to talk about Kamala, but it wouldn't have been justified. Or it wouldn't have did him no justice had he not brought up Tim Walz. He bodied Trump, that is, bodied Tim Walz. He's her running mate approved tampons in boys' bathrooms. That's all I have to hear. Tampons in boys' bathrooms. Yeah.
Her running mate approved, signed into legislation, tampons in boys' bathrooms. Okay. Now, that's all I have to hear. Tampons in boys' bathrooms. And that means she believes in that too. I mean, she picked this guy because he was the closest to her. A lot of people thought she'd pick sort of the opposite, but she picked an anti-Israel radical left person. But she is far worse, they say, than Bernie Sanders. If we have her as a president, if we have a Democrat at this moment as the president, I don't think our country can survive. Her running mate.
I don't know what's wrong with these people, man. A man could not bleed out of and then they trying to come up with all these videos, man can menstruate. Like, what? I ain't no scientist and none of that, and I ain't no doctor. I ain't studied biology. I ain't gonna say act like I know everything, but I know for my 33 years of life, at this moment, I ain't experienced none of this crap that they trying to invent. And I don't see why a tampon would be needed in the boys' bathroom. Anyhow. President Trump discusses his fight against Kamala Harris's weaponized justice system. Quote, they set up a very bad precedent. Never happened before in this country. It does not happen in banana republics and third world countries. Let's go ahead and continue this Trump on next conversation.
Lawfare, I think, we need to be concerned about
what they've done to this country.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we just won the big case in Florida. This was a Biden administration did something that's never been done in this country, and that's go after their political opponent, me, with this nonsense and just nonsense. And the big case in Florida we won, but they always pick a judge and a jury, and they use local DAs, they use the local attorney generals, like Fani, Fani, spelled Fani, Fani. And it's all a big hoax, and it's all run from there. Like in Manhattan, one of the top people from the Justice Department went in, ran Manhattan, ran the state. The Letitia James deal was run by a person from the Department of Justice, Biden. They've never done this before, and they set up a very bad precedent. It's called lawfare, warfare. It's a terrible thing, and never happened in our country. It does happen in banana republics and third world countries, but it's never happened. And the incredible thing is it actually drove my numbers up because people see, fortunately I have a platform like you or, in all fairness, like a conversation like this where I can talk about it and people understand. I mean, you fight for election integrity and you end up getting indicted because you're fighting for election integrity. And when the day comes that you can't fight for election integrity, you don't have a country anymore. So what happens
Yeah.
is they went after their political opponent, me. Now Biden's, close to vegetable stage, in my opinion.
Oh, man. Everything he just said right there was on point. To the point now, we have Kamala Harris's camp releasing a statement after the interview with Elon Musk and Donald Trump. It says statement on Donald Trump's interview with Elon Musk. Donald Trump's extremism and dangerous Project 2025 agenda. I'm sorry, pause. Did he not denounce Project 2025? And then on top of that, Project 2025 ain't as bad as everybody making it seem. Few extreme points that I may not necessarily, agree with. But it's not as demonizing as everybody's making it seem. Anyhow, starting from the top. Donald Trump's extremism and dangerous Project 2025 agenda is a feature, not a glitch of his campaign, which was on full display for those unlucky enough to listen in tonight. During whatever that was on X.com. Trump's entire campaign is in service of people like Elon Musk and himself, self-obsessed rich guys who set out the middle class and who cannot run a live stream in the year 2024. Sound like straight panic, dog, because I ain't even furious when I read this. Back in the day, I used to watch and read. Look, my fault, y'all. First video of the day. I read this and go, oh my God, are you kidding me? Like, you gotta be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Like, what are you talking about? He brought up everything that the American people are concerned about. But for whatever reason, that's dangerous. Oh, but, I'm over here like, y'all just mad. Y'all big mad. Y'all salty. Let me see. All they got is lies. Because right here is his Trump's tweet right here. I have nothing to do with and know nothing about Project 25. The fact that I do is merely disinformation put out by the radical left Democrat thugs. Do not believe them. So they're literally doing what they're saying Donald Trump is doing. They're saying Donald Trump is doing something that he's not doing while they're doing what they're accusing Trump of doing. Bro. Wow. Okay, cool. This is where we at, America. Now, the panic has gone even further. We have right here, right now, Elon, this is during the actual interview. Right now, Elon Musk is interviewing Donald Trump live on Twitter. We're not calling it X. Don't worry, we don't call it X that much either, but we only do it because we remember it as Twitter. You're doing it as a way to demean Elon Musk. It is not enough that Musk has pledged to donate millions and millions of dollars to help re-elect Trump. What about Act Blue for you? Come on, anyhow. He's using his purchase platform, one of the largest social media sites in the world, to spread Trump's unhinged and hateful agenda to millions of Americans. What hateful agenda? I don't get it. The man literally says we want to fix the borders. We want to, cure this inflation. We need to get rid of this lawfare from being able to happen in the future. I don't know. I'm agreeing with him. And on top of that, he was, Elon Musk asked him what I consider to be the tough questions. If that's all you need to hear, chip in $25 now to help Kamala and Tim have the resources to respond to their lies. Otherwise, let us remind you why this is a big deal. The richest person in the world is a lackey for Team MAGA. Oh, Musk already ruined Twitter by allowing hate speech and disinformation to flood the platform. Now Musk is using his vast fortune to broad reach and try to control our democracy. Oh my God. Y'all see all of the laughing emojis in this this tweet right here? Oh my God, bro. Nobody believes y'all. Y'all in full panic mode, okay? I don't know about y'all, but I sat there and I listened for a little bit over 2 hours and I didn't hear one unhinged or hateful thing. If anything, Trump seemed very knowledgeable on a wide range of topics, and it was not scripted whatsoever, unlike Kamala Harris. But that was my impression. He was very likable, relatable, and definitely for the people who aren't Republican or Democrat, this was a great opportunity for them to get a real gist of the type of man that he is. Also, attached to that Harrison Walsh letter, the last one that I just read, somebody under the comments said that they didn't post the full thing. They were actually requesting $5 donations at the end of it. But yeah, I donated $50 to the campaign. You know what? I need to go ahead and put another 50. I need to know I'm at that thing real quick. If anything, I need to go ahead and wait for, me to get paid and then do what I really want to do. So I think I'll probably wait. I'll give it I'll wait because I want to do more than that, man. This man has contributed so much to my life, changed my life. My platform is in relation to him. So, $50 ain't enough, in my opinion. I got to go big. I got to go home. Somebody says Obama gave orders to claim they fact-checked Trump and found 20 errors. If they had fact-checked the coup against Biden by Obama and Pelosi, they would have found violations of FEC election laws and Biden's Secret Service, FBI, Obama, Pelosi attempted to assassinate President Trump. Yeah, man, these clowns, they kidding. Harris stole Biden's nomination. And this is a political war combined with fundraising from POCs, the super PACs, and all that. She gets... Don't let her fool y'all.